Hello, welcome. Come on, and I'm glad you're here today. Uh, Thank you for coming. I am Brenda, and I'm so glad and happy to see you. Um, I just want to sit here for a moment and I want to just talk and I just want to um, let it all out. And in the process of me letting it all out, you could pick up on some tidbits. You can pick up on something that might touch your life for the good because these things that I talk about is challenging situations and challenge changes of life, something that one would go through that would not discuss or want to talk about what's going on in their life. But it's okay. It's okay. So I say thank you for coming. I'm welcoming all of you who is here to sit and listen because I have something to say to the fact I've been wrestling with this thing. I mean, I have been wrestling with this thing. And yeah, in life, some things you're going to have to wrestle with to come to a decision, uh, a conclusion. So I got my new glasses. Woo! I finally went picked them up and I got them on yesterday. So I'm so happy that you all came today to listen. And when I listen at something from someone, I want to learn something. I want to take away something that I can perhaps use in my own life when I'm hearing someone else speaks. Uh, I have listened at other speak and I picked up something and I taken it with me and it had like it was helpful to me. But anyway, I got my new glasses and um, but I'm finding out that there's a situation where that's a whole nother story. So I am happy that I got them and the other ones I loved them for years. You can tell they was really been worked over. But I came today wanting to sit and talk and because you know what? I was lit up. I was like on fire for what I had, you know, been experiencing and going through. And so I say, well, it's time. It's time for me to speak. And so this is what I want to talk about. Let me put my glasses on. I got to see who am I talking to here today. Okay. Hi. Hello. All right. Come on in. Oh, it's your birthday. Well, happy birthday to you. Yeah. Last name is Lamons. Okay. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but I want to say happy birthday to you and many more. Many times that's not the last birthday. It's not the first one, but it don't have to be the last. So happy birthday to you. I'm glad you came. And to pick up on some tidbits, to know that life is real. Thank you. Thank you so much. Today was a blessed day for me that I felt like putting a little cosmetics on, a little makeup on, try to get a little pretty, a little cute, feel sort of special. When I do things like this, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel sort of special because if I'm talking about wrestling with something, if I haven't done anything to jazz myself up, you're gonna say, "Yeah, girl, you're wrestling with something." But I am happy that you are here. I am so glad and thank you so much for coming. I just want you to know how I want to, how much I care for you, how much you're loved by me because I appreciate you. You appreciate me, but I want you to know that I appreciate you. That's love. That's love going backwards and forward, backwards and forward. That's love for you. You appreciate me, I appreciate you. So let's get right on into this thing because let me tell you, I wrestle with this thing and I want you to know I'm human. You're human. and you have things that you wrestle with, uh, thank you, you too is so kind. But this thing is real. You have to talk about this life. I don't want to be a person that, giving you or a false stuff, because you're human, you go through something. Sometimes, you can get into bed and go to sleep and sleep bad all night long. I've slept sometime. I've slept bad. Maybe I slept incorrectly, wrong or something. But I wrestle with something, and I want to talk about it because maybe you've wrestled with something. Maybe you had not ever wrestled with anything, but that's good. That's a good thing. If you never wrestle with anything, that's fine. But me, I wrestle with some issues or some situations, to the fact that, I orchestrate in my mind. Look, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna tell them off. I'm gonna tell them how I'm gonna let them have it. But what I'm saying, going through something, so I'm learning how to talk about what I'm going through, and so I see others and I'm saying, hey, are you real? Are you going through something? You're pretty cute. You look like you have it all together. Do you really have it all together? Had you ever gone through anything? I have gone through some things and I have come out on the other side, and sometimes I have to wait. So today I'm speaking about that which I wrestle with. And I have to figure it out, and I have to come to myself. My mother have always told me, say, look, you got to speak. You got to say it correctly. And you got to, my mom always said that. All right now, come on now. You got to talk right now. So I am so glad that there is someone there for me. You all are there for me. And it's so wonderful that I'm here for you. And that's a wonderful thing. That's a good thing. And so now I got to put back on my glasses. Put back on my glasses. Okay, I hear you. You know, that's not my claim to fame. That's not my claim to fame. My claim to fame is that I've gone through something. I've been through the storm. I've been through the storm, and I have came out on the other side. And finding out some of these storms was good for me, and some of them was not. Some storms will last longer. You're so funny. You're so funny. Listen at you, Dave. Go on with your bad self. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wrapped it up. You said a mouthful when you said that. But when I said that I wrestle with something, you need to quit. You don't need to be asking people their nationality. Stop asking folks their nationality. So, anyway, give you something. Now, that's something you have to wrestle with. When you ask questions like that, stop and think. Stop and think. Don't be asking folks, about their nationality. Are you this or are you that? You need to think. So that's a little small storm that you're going through. Are they or are they not? Hey, look, don't be asking those kind of questions. You know better than that. You talk better than that. Don't be asking them kind of questions. Okay? But I tell you what, I am a sweet lady. I'm a sweet person, and that may be all. That might be maybe. That might be all you need to know. Don't be asking about no nationality and all that kind of stuff. Just know I'm a very sweet person. That's all you need to know. That's all I like to know about a person. Oh, you a sweet person. It don't matter who you are. You a kind person. How you treat others. You treat others well. You gotta quit. You know what? Let me tell you something. Some things run in my families. Like how they say it. Um, no, I'm not that either. I'm not that either. Okay, I'm not that. I may look like that because of my makeup. I mean, my makeup, but I'm not. I'm just a beautiful person, a cute person. I bet you is too. I bet you're very charming. So anyway, but I'm speaking about things that I wrestle with, and I just had a big wrestle. And see, when I say you got to go inside that thing, when I say wrestle with something, it's pondering, you know, and it comes to me real quick. You got to snap. You got to get the snap. You got to snap with it. You know, things that challenged you. With you being challenged by something. Let me see somebody saying something. I know. See, you're hilarious. See, I know it. That's all right. I love you too because the thing about you, if you check me out on my page, I'm with the funny. I laugh and I have fun. So that's cool. You're good. You good. Trust and believe that you're good. So, here I am, and I mean, I'm making light of it, but it was a challenge. Hello, hi, Kevin. It was a challenge for me, and so that set me um that set me you know uh on fire. It did something for me, that that challenge, that thing that I wrestle with. So don't get it twisted. When I say I'm wrestling with something, I'm going through something. I have a thought. I'm thinking, and I'm saying, okay, I don't want this. I don't like this. It could be better. I could do it differently. They could have done it differently. But that's what it was. It was a challenge for me. And we all go through challenges. Yeah, we do. We all go through challenge. I mean, I'm 71. I'm 71 and I go through some challenges, you know what I'm saying? And so when I go through my challenges, I have to stop and I have to think about, you know, what is it that's, you know, that's not satisfying to me? What is not pleasing to me? What happened to make me in an uproar? You know, so yeah. So thank you. But I go through things. And if you haven't gone through something, keep living. You too gonna go through something. You gonna go through some challenges. Whatever they could be. I mean, I could think of 1,000 challenges, but you can go through something. If you're in grade school, or I mean, if you're in college, or you looking for a job, or you got a job, and you're trying to find something to do. What do you want to do? You're wrestling with it. It's a wrestle. You know. And so I wrestle with things. Something that's I have to stop and think. And then when it gets me in a uproar, it causes me to speak out. Something that's uncomfortable for me. Something I can see into that. Something I can see into that. Hey, it's not for me. I'm gonna let them know that. I don't want to do that. It's not for me. I'm doing something different. I'm doing what I want to do. You know, I didn't understand it, and so now that I do, I don't think I want that flavor. I don't want that flavor of ice cream. I didn't taste the flavor, and I didn't like it, and so it sits me in an uproar. Let me see what they're saying. They're saying something here. Oh, okay. Well, let's see here. Let's do this. Let's go in another direction. Um, we can do other things. We can see how the weather was. Lately we just got some rain right here. Yeah, outside. We open up the door and we seen all this flood of water, this rain coming through. I mean, It was like it was raining so hard out there a few minutes ago where I am here. It was raining really, really hard, okay? And so what happened was we opened the window because it was a minute that we hadn't heard the rain in a long time. Yesterday was nice. I mean, yesterday was a very nice, hot, sunny day, and I was out there in the weather. It was beautiful, beautiful day, and I loved it. Yes, I did. And in the process, since it was really nice, um, and so I went. I did my annual. Everyone has that have to do that yearly checkup, and so I did my annually. After that, I went and got my beautiful glasses here, and from that moment that I went there, and I catch my lift. I catch lift. Right now, I don't worry about driving, driving or anything like that. I catch my ride, rides, and so. But everybody's in the uproar about this. Talking about the uproar, they saying these gas prices is just too much for them. Okay, and so I can imagine. So, but yesterday it was a beautiful day. I am, truly I am. The same to you, right back at you. I hope you're having a wonderful day out there. I bet it's really cool. Well, now the rain has stopped out here. It has stopped. The rain has stopped. And what's going to happen since the rain has stopped? I'm opening up, the curtains and let the sunshine in. The sun is not out. It's just really nice. Okay. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, okay, cool. So now, you know what? And I'm gonna talk about this here. You know what? I enjoy AI. I enjoy the avatars. But the thing, I hadn't seen that movie yet. What is that? That Avatar movie that the characters are blue. I had not seen that yet. Okay, they want me to see something else here. Let's see what's going on. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. You know, I worked for, let's see, a long time. I worked for over 20 years. And so, okay, cool. You do. Well, the thing about, you must also love what you do. You have to love what you do, okay? And to get up on a daily to make what you do looks great or grand, to others. And so that's wonderful. Uh, um, 4 day in the morning, I would be up like sometime 4 in the morning. 5 is the earliest, and so I'd be at the door. Like my teens, I get up with them 5 o'clock in the morning. They getting ready, and I get up to see is they it has they gotten up. I make sure that they are up at that time because they have to do what they have to do. So that's what I do. But the thing about me through all this process of hi, hello. Oh my goodness, is it the afternoon already? Oh my stars. You know what? Now I know where I'm at in all of this here. I can uh, I can go on for another minute or two, or three, but same to you. Good afternoon to you too. So, um, The time is flying. I did not know we were there in this noon hour because I was up and about doing some things, and time just have caught up with me. That's what done happened to me. Time has caught up with me, and trust and believe. Yes. Okay, let's do that. I don't even know. Flip the deal. Let's do another one because I don't even know. Oh really? Okay, well, we'll work it out. Okay. All right. I don't even know what that is. The bongo drums, bongo, bongo, drums. So what is it? Okay, well, I'm back to square one. They were asking me a question. The answer, I don't know if you see it, but the answer of the bongo drums. I mean, who used the bongo drums? Huh? Who beat on the bongo drums? That's the question they was asking me. Okay, I like that joke. That's really cool. That's a cool joke. Uh, okay, maybe one joke is enough. Too many jokes, I don't know. We'd be really poking fun. Okay, that one joke did it. That's enough. That's enough joke. I mean, when I see what I see, it's just between me and you. I can't tell my audience that. Okay, just between me and you. That's real cool. Only one joke. Okay, because if we go too far, we'd be poking fun. Well, that's the cool joke. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So, um, uh, I like that. That's all right. I know. All right, all right. So, I like that. That's cool. That's real cool. So, they question is bongo drums, and the answer is what? I don't even know. I don't even know. So they want me to go there with the jokes and the question. I don't even know. They need to come on with some answers. Do anyone know the bongo drums? Bongo, bongo drums, bongo drums. Hey, voila! Ah, that's Hey, they say, hey, ask the question. So, what is the bongo drums? Okay, all right, whatever. So now, uh, um, I am going to do a number of things when I get off of this. Um, so, any more? Any more of anything? Anyone having to say? Want to say anything else? Um, this timing is good timing for me. I'm in the right timing. Okay, and so because of that, I appreciate being with you all, and I came out today to uh, just holler at you, let you know what's up with me, and other things is going to be going on that I'm going to be doing, other things that I'll be doing, and so uh, I love being with good people like you all, when I'm with, folks that I enjoy good company with and sharing things, that's a good thing. Sharing, just what, you think about what you want to say. And that joke, I mean, that was a good joke. That was a good joke. You said it, I'm not going to repeat your joke to everybody. That's just the joke that between me and you. Okay. It was a good joke. And so, now, I'm here, and there are some things that I'm going to be doing, and I I would like to do, just doing some things that I want to do other than some of the things I have to do. That's a big situation right there. I'm having to do the things that I have to do. That's a job. I think that's a job in itself. When you have to do what you have to do, that's a job. That's a big responsibility. You got to get on it. You got to do it. But when you enjoy something that you can sit and relax and just let it flow. Just let the spirit flow. That's real cool. So now, uh, I hope that these glasses last me. That I won't break them. So, um, what I'm gonna be doing. Okay. Um, so anybody want to say anything else? Huh? Anybody want to say anything else? So I was, I was there this morning. I had to make a quick decision about some things. Have you ever had to make a quick decision? You go into the fast food restaurant, yeah, and you go there for one thing in mind, and next thing you get there, your mind changed. Had you been there? Had you been there at the restaurant and you thought you was gonna get this and that, but then you looked over there and you see something different that looked good for your taste buds. It changed on you just that fast. That's how things can change so fast. You go in there for a malt. You go in there for a chocolate malt, and you wind up with a burger and some fries and some onion rings. When the last time you had some onion rings? So eating delicious onion rings and you know what I discovered? I discovered this. Excuse me. I discovered that my hamburger is not a burger without onions. There's some people don't eat onions, because, if you're in an office setting, excuse me, if you're in an office setting, well, then you don't want to have that onion breath, onions, you don't want to have onions. But I discovered I have to have onions on my burger, unless my burger is just not a burger unless I have onions. And so I love pickles. And another thing I discovered, if I don't have pickles on my burger, well, that's when you order. But when I fix it at home, I'll put a little pickle radish. I found out, I need some water. I discovered that radish would work just as well as if you had dill pickles or your hamburger pickles. They're just as good. Okay. So now, and my lettuce and tomatoes, you have to dress it up all the way. You have to dress that burger up all the way. And another thing that I discovered, there are, when you eat a burger, I like to cut mine in half, slice it down the middle. And I really will slice it in fours, just to make, it much more easier instead of you out and the burger is dripping all over everywhere and it's delicious and it's good and you wiping your mouth, that's a good burger. And I discovered I love onions on my burger. I really do. Hi. Yes. Hi, Mary. Yes. How are you today? Um, uh, I see you. Yeah. I see you. Uh-huh. Yeah. So, Mary, thank you today for coming. Um, I had to come and I had to say something, because you don't want to get too busy. You don't want to let life just take you there. Sometimes life can take you there and you get so busy and the people that love you and you love them, you don't get a chance to say hi, because you out there doing what? I call this stuff work. you're out there on the platform, you're working, you're making things happen, you're orchestrating, you're orchestrating things, and I draw from time to time. I do some drawing and some artwork, and I really, that is really near my heart. I want to do some more drawing, and sometimes time won't permit me to do a lot of drawing that I want to do, but I make time for it. I do. I make time. I'm finna get ready to do some drawing that I want to do to put out there, and so I got to make some time. I have to make time for some things that I'm doing, and so it's all in the game. It's all in the game that I'm doing, and so the artwork that I do have, I continue to put it out there so that you all can see something beautiful. I love artwork. I love beautiful things, just like you all. You all love beautiful things and stuff. Oh, okay, cool. You know what they are, don't you? Yeah, yeah, I do too. Yes. Yes. It really does. It does. Yes. So the answer is bongo drums. They are small drums and they open in the bottom. Okay? Bongo drums. Woo! Okay. Let's see. I'm so happy too. Right. I'm glad that you are a subscriber of mine. I appreciate you. I love that you stopped in. Thank you so much. All right. I know the feeling. I know the feeling when I stop by and say hello, and it not long. It's cool. It's real cool. That you got to stay, whatever you're doing, you got to go, but I just want to stop by to say hi. And I'm so glad you did. And tell me your heart content. You're one of the precious ones, like so many on here that's telling me things. Okay. So I thank you and I love you. I understand that you have to run, but it's all good. Thank you. Thank you for that. Because I want to draw some more. I want to draw some more, and so uh, that's what I'm gonna be doing. So it's like uh, I'm here, I'm drawing, and then a moment I'm not there, and then I got to get back there. So I do love drawing. Matter of fact, I don't know. I have my grandkids. They draw too. They are excellent. They are excellent artists, and I just do a little bit of drawing, but they are amazing. No, they don't want me to put that work on my site. They say, no, grandmother. I said, well, okay, cool. I said, but I love it. I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And no, I won't. They made me take it down. I say, I don't want to take it. No, grandma, you can't do that. I said, okay, I'm not going to do it. So I have to, um, and I do appreciate what they do. They're little artists. They draw and they make that stuff come alive, and it's amazing. And so uh, I'm here. I'm doing it, and I love drawing. Like I think I mentioned, I was about 9 years old when I drew Superman. Everybody knows Superman. I did. I really did. It was amazing, and I was like, I was. It wasn't that I was bored, but I was. And I'm not going to use the word alone, but I was by myself, and um, we doing that magazines, comic books. I mean, we had a lot of them, all kind of comic books from Archie to Casper. We had, since y'all got me on this art thing, and I love art, and they got SpongeBob today, and uh, my oldest ones, they draw. Who is that? They like to draw this other character. Um, they drew him all on the wall and everything. So they too like to draw, and so uh, and roundabout in my 20s, I began to draw swans. I began to draw on the wall and just draw everywhere I am, But I'm where I am here. I can't draw on these walls because these walls don't belong to me, so I can't draw on the walls. But I will. I will draw on the wall. I will. I want to see a beautiful waterfall fall in the waterfall and I mean, and actually draw this on the wall. This is me. This is what my imagination goes there. Drawing on the wall and painting, and I love colors, so I can see the clear water and the rocks, brown rocks and stuff. So I love drawing. So this is what I got some little artists in the family. This is what they do. They love to draw. I looked down the other day at my grands excuse me, and my grandson piece of paper, and he had drawn. I mean, it was so to perfection. I said, wow. I mean, I want to just be. I mean, if you're gonna go, I guess you go all the way. But I just want to be, an artist. Just draw. Just draw what you love. Draw what you want to do. So, let me see. Can I grab some water? I'm choking up here. So I want to get me some water. Whew. A little water, a little basic water here will help me some. Excuse me for a moment. Okay. All right, I'm back. What's going on? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. They are very encouraging too, as well as you all are very encouraging. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And sometimes they tell me that, so they love on me like that, and sometimes and sometimes they get to be a smarty pen. I say, where y'all get that from? And I said, well, I never. These young people, they are 16 and 18, and they're some amazing kids. And I told them about where I am. They know about YouTube, and I told them, I said, well, y'all need to get out there. And they're really not in no rush. I said, okay, well, you don't want to be, that's you. It's okay. I said, it's okay. So, oh, that feels good to my throat. So, um, they love to draw too. Oh, he has some beautiful. When he first this, I call them kids. He 18, and I say when he started drawing. I mean, he had in his room. He had artwork all everywhere. He had. Let's see what's going on. Okay, somebody talking, speaking to me. So, um, when he started out, he was very young. He was about, I don't know, he was about 10 plus years old. And I went into his room, and to my amazement, he had paper balled all up, thrown all over the floor. And I picked it up and I began to unravel the paper. And I said, what? What is this? And he had threw away good artwork. He thought it was nothing. It wasn't to his taste of perfection of what he was doing. And I'm saying, what? I said, and what I stopped, I stopped saying anything to him about it. I just started picking it up. I started picking it up. And as I picked it up and I started smoothing it out, and I said, oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is good. And he got a big fat book like this of artwork he had done because I kept it and I saved it for him. He would just I guess it was just the way he was relieving his pressure, his thoughts, things that came up, he would draw and do. And I was just amazing. And so now I understand some of this artwork business. It's really relaxing, it's relaxing to you. And I want to get back in because I can see some stuff I want to do that's gonna relax me. It's gonna probably um, come back and show you what I'm doing, and it's gonna make me feel great. It's gonna make me feel good. It makes me feel good. I wanna do some. Uh, you know what I really want to do. You really want me to tell you what I want to do? I want to get on the wall, like this door behind me. This door behind me here. I want to draw on this. I want to put a picture up there. I want to draw it. I want to draw it. I want to put it on the wall. It gives me great pleasure in putting pictures that I draw on the wall, wherever it is. But this, I can't do it here because, not that they're going to get me, but I know the difference that, okay, this uh, is not my dwelling. This is a place where I'm living right now that I'm going to be, moseying on. I'm going to be moving on down the streets and doing other things. So I'll get a chance to do what I want, though. I'll get a chance to do that drawing because I see this beautiful waterfall and the water coming down. I mean, I can watch pictures, but it's nothing like you taking time out to draw that picture for several weeks, even a month, you know, just painting and, all of the little deals you got to go through, you just drawing and stuff. But you can tell me some of the things that you enjoy doing. It's cool, real cool. But by me being here today with you all, I'm glad. And yeah, I'm glad to be here because I'm much more relaxed because uh, I know they don't like me to be in an uproar, and I was. I was in an uproar when I first came, but I have calmed down. The level of calmness have come has come over me, and I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling much better, and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So uh, I'm glad to be here today, and the weirdest thing. I don't some I don't even know. Some days when I decide to, I said, you know what? When something comes up, I said, well, let me get on my site. Let me go live. Let me do this. Who is that? Oh, that's weird. Who is that? Oh, okay. I tell them when I'm going live, I tell them don't bother me. I'm bothering them. I say, well, look, y'all, don't bother me. I'm doing this. I'm doing something. Don't bother me. I'm bothering them. Like I want to know that extra curriculum of noise. What is that? So I think they open the door and shut the door and stuff like that, looking at the weather. But it's going to stop raining. It'll stop raining for sure. It, well, the clouds is. I'm looking there out the window. The clouds is starting up. The clouds are looking like it's getting darker. And so they told us that we was gonna have a certain percentage of rain today. And so we're getting it. We're actually getting the rain that they told us. But now yesterday was very beautiful. It was very sun was shining and it was just all that you would love. Yeah. hmm Sure did. And so um, I tell you what. Um, I have this cake mix and I need to make this cake. I did some cornbread the other day, but I need to make this cake. So I don't I got this think I got vanilla, and I got red velvet. My grandson liked red velvet cake, and if I make that for him, I will make his day. I would make his day if I make that cake. I would definitely make his day. So what am I going to do today is I don't know if I'm gonna do that today. I'm just not gonna tell you that I'm gonna do that today, but it's there. I try to get them to make a. I try to Easter. Try to get them to make a cake. Nobody want to make a cake. So okay, that was out. All of that was out. Didn't want to do the cake thing. Okay, it's cool. So what happened was cookies was bought. No cake, but cookies, and so that's what it was. That's it. And so he tells me that the kind of ice cream he likes. And so I said, okay, well, I'm gonna see, the kind that they like. I like another kind. He introduced me to what is that? Whatever that kind of. It's sort of you know what it is? It's called mint. It's green and it's so good. To me it's almost like the Sherby ice cream. It's but the kind that's out there, they don't have the pineapples in there. I mean, the pineapple. Like you have what you have Sherby, you have the orange, you have the lime, and you have the strawberry, and you have to buy the pineapple Sherby in another container. Well, I love pineapple ice cream. I love Sherby pineapple ice cream. I love that. And so what I did, so I had to get his, get mine, and get a vanilla. Vanilla always work. You get a vanilla ice cream, everybody eat vanilla. But you start mixing that up, and you start getting walnut with almonds, and somebody else with all these different. They won't eat that. So I try to keep it simple. I keep it simple, and so he will. But I love my niece. I mean my granddaughter. My granddaughter. She just you know what? She's particular in some areas, but when it comes to ice cream and her little cookies, she'll eat that. She have no problem with that. I even asked her, I said, well, what kind do you like? Well, whatever kind I get, she loves. So there it is. But my grandson, he's particular. Well, now Grandma said, Grandma, I want this. I said, okay, well, let's see. Well, we'll get that, and then we'll get this, and we'll make sure she had one of. It's just weird. It's just, these young people got a taste, and some of them is in the world of their own. They do their own thing. They're just in a different world. So, yeah, that's a good one. Uh huh. Yeah, that is a real good one. I love. The praline. See, but see, that's what my annual checkup was about yesterday. My doctor just told me, get on there, just lose some weight. And I said, okay. Because, I knew I had been eating some stuff that I should not have been eating, because it's going to put that pound on you. You're going to put that extra. It's, you know what? It's going to tail off on you. That's what it does. I love it. It sounds good, doesn't it? I love praline, pecan praline. Yeah, red velvet. Well, he had a red velvet cake for his birthday, and his birthday was a couple of months back when he made 18, and so I got him one of those nice little. It was. I didn't make it, but I got him one because that's what he likes. Long as it's what he wants, whether it's made or not, it was cool, and I was cool with him. Sometimes you want to be cool, a cool grandmother. I mean, I can get. I don't want to be. I don't want to be harsh, but I want to be cool. You know. But because he listened and then he don't listen. I said, well, Take off them headsets. I'm saying something. Them young people walk around with their headsets everywhere they go. Everywhere. I said, well, they have to have them headsets. Not that they have to have them, but they want them because I got a headset. They put the headset on my ears and they let me listen. And I tell you, the sound comes through so good. I mean, I never knew that. Out of all that I do, I never think about a headset. I have one of those little earpieces you put inside your ear like that. Well, that's cool with me. But and I think they got some for Christmas. That's what they did. And they put that headset on, and I mean, it'd be all in your head. You just be jamming. It'd be all up in your head. You be saying, wow. It'd be all. Well, somebody said something. Said, it'd be all up in your head. But I'm not gonna do that today. I ain't gonna tell y'all no story. I'm not finna cook the red velvet today. I'm not gonna cook the red velvet. Not today. It's gonna be there for a minute. I'm gonna let them do it. Let them do something. Yeah, I'm gonna let them do it. I'm gonna let them. If they want it, they can fix it. I got the icing up there. I'm trying to get these young folks to do some things. Because you know what? I'm not gonna say it like that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Because I'm just blessed to be here. Because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I'm blessed to be here. Because this is what I thought they were gonna be doing. I did. I thought the grandkids, 16 and 18, I thought this is what because they're on the phone all the time. They always looking up this and looking up, and they sent their means. That's the cartoon characters. I said, well, then what is that? They tell me, say, Grandmama, this is you would love to see. You know what? I'm just blessed to be here. And so, and not only blessed, I'm excited about it. I see the difference in a lot of things, a lot of ways, and I told you that I do appreciate AI. You know what? I want to take it there, but there are some people that really ain't thrilled about AI. But for me, I'm excited about AI. What is that? Chat GPT? Take me away. Because this is the signs of the time. This is what is going on. This is what you got to get with. You have to get with it. And guess what? My teens, they got it. They know about it. Yeah. They into it. Yeah. They're into it. And so electronics, kids, young people, even the adults have to work with it. You have to work with it because of your job. Your job. You work with it for businesses. For business, you work with that. Yeah. Amen. I'm gonna give you a high five on that. Amen. You work with these things in business, and I have to be part of it, no doubt. I'm just sort of like on the real. I'm like in tune with it. I'm a little. I ain't gonna say a lot, but I'm just a little in tune with it. I'm in tune with it because this is where we're gonna be at in the future. So hey, and I see y'all are getting with that. Get with that. That's great. Get with it. Don't be left out. Hey, this is the future. And so, but it's very few that I'm hearing say about, they don't know. Well, I understand, that's cool, but you got to get involved. You got to get with that, And so I have my computer, I had to get my old computer. These young people, my grandson and granddaughter, they have their own computer and they got so much stuff on there. So if I use that computer for business, I'm lost. I'm saying, well, where am I? What am I doing? But with my computer, I go there. I know where I am. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know where I can get into. So really, for me, I can't really use someone else's computer. Now, look, If it's an emergency where you have to get in and you have to check something right quick and get out, well, that's cool. You get in, you be tight, you get in there and you get out. But I have my own computer. I don't have to worry about somebody place something on there and what are y'all doing? I have my own, and I appreciate that. And I can imagine many of you all have your own computers because when you place something somewhere, when you place or you pull up something, if you choose to leave it up, that's your computer. But then you have someone using your computer, they're gonna take it down, and then you got to figure, well, what did you do? What I brought up? And so I eliminated all that. I told him, I said, I'm getting my own computer. I got to always come to y'all, get y'all stuff and ask y'all this. And I said, I ain't doing it no more because I bought it all. I bought it all. I bought that computer. You know what? These young people get, these parents a hard time. Because these young people, you know what? Hey, true that. You're right. And that's what I'm saying. That's exactly my point. Because these young people can get the parents to do, and I'm not going to say it like that there, but they can get their parents to buy the things that they enjoy and really what is relevant today. Computers is relevant. Headsets, they are relevant. You remember back in the day they did the dictation, and they put the headset on, dictating. They had to do dictating. I'm taking y'all way back for those who don't know. Y'all going way back. But for those who know about dictation, the stenotype people who used to do stenotype in the courtrooms and stuff. I'm not going to go there with you. But the young people, generation, keep us informed. And they do. And I love it. I'm serious. Look. Don't let me go there. I am so glad that these young people, and I'm gonna tell you just like this. I am so glad they know more than me. I don't know what to do. They know more than me when it comes to this technology. Because I can go to them and I can ask them. I had a little something to do with excuse me, cash out. And I had to wait till my baby got home and in order to ask her, look here, what do I do with this here? She said, well, then, Grandma, you got to go. Grandmama, you got to go and you got to download it. I never thought about it. I had to download it first. But see, that's what them young people do. You know what? That's real talk. You can't, it can't be beat. It's a must have. You must have computers and your electronic going on. Yes, I hear you. I hear you, MG. I hear you, MG. Yeah, you have to have it. And I love it. And not only that, I do love it. I love it. And you know what the weirdest thing? And they asked me, well, then what is that? This this was a while back. I read about a book called Computers for Dummies. Because the thing about electronics, computers, they always got, I'm gonna say it like that. They always got something going on. Always update you. You have to be updated, always. So and just recently, my phone was telling me. I looked over there, and my phone was telling me it has to update. It asked me, do I want to update now or and they gave me a date. It's going to update such and such a date on a certain date. I said, well, let me do it now. Because this was going to automatically update by itself, but I could update it right then and there if I choose to. Excuse me. And so that's what it did. It updated. And really I can appreciate computers and electronics. But the weirdest thing about your phone is crazy because you got your phone listing of the people that you call, people that is on dial. You dial automatically, but you can't remember nobody's number. Let your phone go down. If that phone go yes, they do. All the time they make changes. That's amazing. And you know what? I'm kind of glad about it Sometimes some of that stuff be wiped clean, So they be bringing them updates, making all them changes, and some of that mess be wiped clean. I don't even worry about it. Okay, maybe I wasn't supposed to be even seeing all that stuff, so they update me, and all that other stuff just fade away. It fade out. Yeah, you got to update it. And these apps, go to the Play Store. And what is this, y'all? You know what? I ain't trying to be cheap. I ain't cheap. I'm not a cheap person. But I'm gonna tell you this: I ain't finna pay for no app. How you do that? I'm not gonna do it. I might do it one day, but not today. I'm going one day having to pay for my apps. Come on, y'all. Come on. I mean, we all love free stuff. Can you say free? True that, huh? Don't make me laugh. Yeah, I don't want to say it like that, but I'm gonna say it like that. We all like free stuff, and when them apps are free, I'm all good. I'm all game for free stuff, and it's amazing that okay, and that's what I go into when I have to download an app. I'm concerned about, is this thing free? Is this gonna be a fee? Is this thing gonna charge me? What's gonna go on? And so I find out that it's free. I get excited. I can download it with ease. I don't have to. But you know what? Let me tell you something. If they're gonna be charging folks, I'm gonna say it just like this. They're gonna put some free. That's right. Can you say free? It's free, baby. That's what I'm talking about. But the thing about it is, yes, indeed. The thing about it is they're gonna have to put some eggs in the basket. With all these apps we got to pay for. Come on now. It's something really important to me. I might have to pay for it. If it's that important to me, if it's that important to me, I have to pay for it. I have to. Not that I want to, but I have to pay for it then. But when it first broke, everybody excited, get these. I mean, I seen someone's phone at a glance. And talking about the app, they had so many apps on there. The phone was just covered with apps. I mean, I couldn't tell what from what. It's just a glance. It's, people have their phone in their hand, and I just glanced. I just happened to look up. And when I looked up, they had so many apps on their phone. I said, how can they remember all that stuff? Which one they need to choose. But in the process, I learned. Yes, I did. I learned. And so I don't want to be talking about no one. Well, my sister be saying, "Wow, I don't know about this. I'm what they call that, computer illiterate or something. I don't even know. I don't even know how to. I don't even know how to form that word. You got to just get in there. The thing about it is, you got to get in there and just learn it. And these young folk, they just catch on like it's nothing. These young people, and what was so cute, I thought that was so cute. This baby was a baby pulling at the phone, all them colors and exciting the kid. That's weird. That's some weird stuff. Them kids, they come here with electronic. They was just grabbing at the electronics. Kids love it in an all good way. That's cool. But sometimes you got to back off from these phones, and that's what I do. I have the ability to put it down, and you have to learn that. Like if you use a computer all day long in your work job, you tired. And then you got to come home and then check your own emails and all this kind of stuff. That's a lot. That's a lot for you. Because one while, like, you can get a burnout or two. So. But I love it when these young folks catch hold of what's going on, because that's their future, And what is that? With the AI generated, they got this and they got that. But I'm gonna tell you, yes, they do. They sure do. Yes, they do. But I'm telling y'all, I'm loving it, and I'm gonna stay in the knowing. I am. You know what? I ain't trying to be. I ain't gonna say it like that there, but I'm definitely gonna stay in the knowing. That's just the way it is with me. I have to stay. I'm out there. I have to put my best feet forward to take the initiative to learn and find out, well, what is that? And if I don't know, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask. These young folks got it. They got it. So you know what? It makes a lot of sense because you don't know, but you can ask. And sometimes you got to practice. Sometimes, like, you know, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I get lost sometimes but when I learn it and I know it, I know where I'm going, I know where I'm headed. So you have to stay on it. You have to continue to practice. Ooh, practice it. What you're doing, you got to do it. You got to teach yourself, train yourself, learn yourself. You got to make mistakes. You got to go over. This is what you got to do to learn. And these young folks, you know what? They just got the gift. They came here with the gift. They came here with the knowing about technology. And it's amazing. And it's a wonder. And I love them for that. I love them for that. These kids, they can tell you about it. They sure can. And I appreciate it. And I appreciate our young people. Yeah, I appreciate them. Oh, and I look at my grandson, my granddaughter, and I say, I appreciate y'all. I'm glad that you all are learning these things. And a lot of people, oh, the world is changing. But do you really expect for it to stay the same? Come on now. Changes is going to happen. You might well get with it. You might well get with it. So while things are changing and you trying to make up your mind whether or not you will accept the change, it's don't, you might as well make it easy on yourself. This is what I say, make it easy on yourself. Because, I went to school for data entry and word processing and cause that's what it was doing, making, keying in all that data and all that information into the system, you got to feed it this information and it was during that time, and it's probably still is during that time. You got to key in all the information, them key punchers, they make it happen. They want them to do 10,000 strokes a minute. I mean, come on now, that's excellence there. I'm just saying, amen. She said, amen. You go, girl. MG, you so bad. Amen. Okay. And so this is what's happening, and those, and so if you want to even advance yourself, to know more or learn more about it, you want more training, you can go to school. You can go to school for it. You just can hang around somebody who knows it. What is that? Who is that? Anything go wrong with our computer, we had to call. Who is them people? Information system, because they supposed to know everything. They supposed to know everything. Anything go wrong with the computer, they know. They know. Anything go wrong, information system. If anything, they know what they're doing. So we got to take our hats off to them. We got to appreciate them when you look. When something go wrong with your computer, baby, you pouncing on the desk, you saying, what is wrong with this computer? And when they come and take a look and check your computers, even Best Buy and all them other people. I don't want to give them no shout out, but you get your computers from them. Now, there's a whole new ball game today. You don't have to get on out there and do that. You can dial up Amazon. Dial them up and to deliver you a computer or call up. Who is that? I ain't gonna give them too many shouts out, baby. They need to send me a coupon. Walmart, they need to send me a coupon for shouting them out. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, that's where your electronics is. You get your computer and all the big screens, baby. They got them. Everything. They got everything. Yeah. Cool. Yes, it is. All right now. They have what you need, And these young people, they know what they want, what they got to have to to it's some subjects that yes it is, some subjects that I want to speak on, but I'm gonna say that again, huh? So um technology today is wonderful, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. You know, I appreciate technology. And so when I first got out there, and I bought it big time. I don't know, it's crazy stuff. It's like it's crazy stuff. I bought it was back in the day, back in time. I bought a pretty elaborate computer. I don't know what happened to it. Things can get away from you. And now the computer I got just costs $200. Yeah, and it's a good one too, so I like it. But back in the day, everything gets started. You wanted the best, because you don't want your stuff to fall apart and stuff. That thing was about 16. It was over 1K. Yeah. And look, I was into data. I was into processing, word processing. I was into that. So I was making sure that, I was getting some good stuff. But come to find out, baby, if it's $199 today, I'll get it today. And they got some good computers. Those computers hold up pretty good. They hold up real good. If you take care of it, yes, if you take care of it, it'll take care of you. So I try to take care of my technology, my computers, because nobody's on it but me. Nobody's on it but me, because the young people got all kinds of stuff on their computer. I get into theirs. I'm just as lost, and I'm calling out to them. Come, how do I get? But see, mine, I know where I'm at. I know what I'm doing. See, you're right. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Come on now, come on. But I'm not gonna say that. It's some things that I shouldn't say, and I'm not gonna say. But I learned some stuff, and I'm good. I'm good. Not only am I good, but I'm glad about it. You know, I'm mad about it that I learned it. I learned some stuff. So some people don't. Learning is not that hard, but some people don't want to learn. Not when it comes to this technology. Oh, I have to be careful with some of my friends because they're saying, "Oh, girl, no." I'm 71, and I have some friends that is 81, and they're seniors, and some things I don't even say or discuss with them because I know they are not into that, you know, and I back off. If you're not into it, you're not into it. You think we into the space age, and we are. They just went to the moon. That is so exciting. They did it. They did it. I'm telling you, and I was clapping. I was clapping because the technology is awesome. I love it. I'm gonna tell you, that's me. This is the kind of girl I am. I just love technology, and so when they were going to the moon, and look, I ain't finna give the plug like they gave the plug. You see the chocolate floating across the screen, they gave them a big time plug. That was awesome. That was awesome. And guess what? I said, you know what? I did make my little grocery list, but I forgot to get my. You already know what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? But that's all right. It's all good. They got a big old shout out. And then Mr. Man came along and said, "Oh, okay. They didn't give us one, like, hey, that was the biggest one you could ever give. That was a big hello, shout out, thank you, and everything. I thought that was grand. See, when you see grand, you know grand. And when that thing came floating across they was up there in the moon. They're supposed to be here today. They're supposed to come back today. They're supposed to come back today. Yeah. Yeah, they're supposed to come back today, and I thought that was so exciting. Ooh, I'm sorry, I don't have a desire to go, but I can appreciate those who do go, and I think that's exciting. And so I love watching them, Every time I pass by the screen and I see them in the capsule and everything, I take time out and I watch them, and I think that's beautiful. That's awesome. That's really awesome. So that's what I was thinking. Like, but the thing about it, I don't want to mix that story with something else, but I could. Um, there are those who I know love that type of chocolate. hmm They love that kind of chocolate. They love it. They love it. hmm I have to be careful eating a lot of chocolate. You get stuffy inside. Chocolate is good, but I can't eat too much chocolate. Chocolate is excellent. And but they love it. They love it. If they like it, I love it. I'm gonna tell you, if they like it, I love it. Yes. And so um what I'm getting ready to do, I'm gonna get ready to go. I had a wonderful time. You all have brought me into this lovely moment, and I'm gonna get ready to go. And I appreciate you for coming. Somebody had a birthday. Told me that today was their birthday, so I told them a happy birthday. And I just talked to you guys today, and you all warmed my heart. You did. You really did. You warmed my heart today, and I thank you for coming. You know, and I wanted to come. And when I came, I mean, I came out with steam, and it was some steam that I had to release and let go, and I did. And then you all began to make me feel comfortable, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the love, and I'm so glad you came. I am very happy you came. So it's goodbye time now. I'm glad I was here with you. You're right. You're so right. But I'm going to go. But I'm going to come back now. It's not like this is forever. I'm leaving and I ain't coming back forever. I'm coming back, okay? I'm going to come back. But I'm just so thankful that I can take this moment and just have a little conversation, you know? Just talk. Just relieve the pressure, just relieve the stress, relieve the anxiety, whatever the case may be, you know. So thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. You have a wonderful and blessed day. You take care because you're awesome. Thank you. And God bless. Bye now. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye-bye. Take care.